How you ask is important. With Typeform, it's everything. If you're lazy or got better things to do, pick a template and get on with your day. Ask any kind of question you want, because business doesn't have to mean business as usual. That means you can make it brainy and efficient, or silly and fun. Your Typeform, your rules. Make every interaction count, from start to send. You can keep things simple and tidy if you want, or use the image gallery and look for eye candy. When others zig, you zag. Connect Typeform straight into your workflow and save your future self some headache. When you're done, just share the link or embed it into your site without writing a single line of code. With Typeform, you can pick someone's brain and look like a pro. It's easy to use and free to get started.
Welcome to Airtable. With Airtable, you can organize anything. Projects, customers, ideas, you name it. It's as straightforward as a spreadsheet, but gives you the power of a database to work exactly how you want to work. Whether you're managing a successful record label, planning an upcoming move, or wrangling all of your team's deadlines for an upcoming rocket launch, it's easy to organize anything that you can imagine. It's not just numbers and text. With Airtable, you can add rich field types like checkboxes, drop-downs, long notes, links to other tables, and even drag and drop file attachments, complete with document and image previews. You're not limited to only seeing things in a grid. You can group and organize your records, show them on a calendar, arrange them in a gallery, and embed them onto your website. You can even create and share a form, and the responses will feed directly into Airtable. Use Airtable on your own, or collaborate with a team to get things done. You can tag collaborators and message with them directly in the context of your information. And all your changes are securely saved and instantly synced across all devices and teammates, so you're always on the same page. Airtable. Organize anything you can imagine.
My name is Doc Williams, and I'm a brand developer. So that encompasses a lot, but basically I help entrepreneurs create signature products for their brands, and then I help them through the whole process. So I've run a couple different businesses. So I started in fitness when I was 18. So I was a massage therapist, and then I was a physical therapist assistant, and then I opened my first gym at 23. And then from there, that was a CrossFit gym. And then I opened the biggest parkour gym on the East Coast. One of the American Ninja Warrior contestants lived like 30 minutes away from the gym. So he made that whole obstacle course for that. He trained for the show on the course. And then we got kind of semi-famous because of that. And then we had SWAT team train there. And then we started doing all that kind of stuff. From there, I started learning how to copyright and do things like that. And so later on, because I was writing and wanted to be in fitness, ended up working at ESPN. Other companies would be like, hey, you've worked for ESPN, can you write for us? It became, hey, we don't have a webmaster. They're like, can you, a webmaster, my God. So they'd be like, can you just run our whole page? So then I became like a senior editor, but I didn't know anything about WordPress. Between being on Sumo and then AppSumo, I just started building on that. People kept saying like, you did it over here, can you do that for me? And I built out a couple people's brands, and then people just kept hearing about that. And I was like, let's just do an agency to try to productize all of the things that I was doing before. So what I do now is basically I help entrepreneurs that have trouble with their voice, and then I coach them through that process, either helping them develop that voice and then build products so it actually fits their brand, and then go from there. So we try to hone their superpowers. So just kind of like X-Men or anything like that, everyone has unique abilities, but a lot of times I think there's so much noise out there that they kind of miss how their business could be run because they're being reactionary. So I really try to listen to how they can impact their niche or their ecosystem, and then help them just basically be the person they need to be. The way I impact, either if I'm teaching them or building out a signature brand or product, that allows them to basically use that as a flagship to build whatever they want in their life, in anything. You know, I don't know what it is. I just like seeing how you can produce something, you can have a skill, and you can change people's lives. So like that's all business is. Someone sent me a message that said, Doc, I don't know how he's some internet wizard, but he got me X, Y, and Z. And they know that they have spent so much time and energy and effort and money monetarily that when it's like, oh no, this is what you need, it's just like, it changes the relationship with the client. My goal with the whole agency is all of that funding is going to be going into the project I'm passionate about, which is really helping entrepreneurs with disabilities, specifically dyslexia, how they can break into the industry. And by the way, I couldn't really speak until I was 5, and I couldn't read until I was 9. I have an idea, just like the superpower thing. I think being in this new economy, they need to have a superpower and have a portfolio to make a difference. So that's the whole format that I'm building to teach kids.
Welcome back to day 7 of No Code Week. Happy to have everyone here and see you guys back. We've had an amazing day so far. We started out the day with a workshop from Typeform, networking on integrations from Typeform, and then we heard from Airtable. We just heard from Softr, and now we're back with Doc Williams as he works with Miriam to actually build out Softr using Typeform, Airtable, and all these tools that we learned today. So check it out. If you have not seen the previous workshops, please make sure that you go in and you review these. You can do it through the Beam conferencing, or you can go directly through the platform when you create your membership on StartupStarter.co. Without further ado, we'll bring back to the stage. We have Doc Williams, and then we have Miriam from Softr as well. So yeah, both of you are great. This is, I mean, Doc, you're helping and educating individuals on how to use these no-code tools. And then Miriam, you are creating a actual platform and a tool for them to actually use once he educates them. So I'll let you guys kind of take it from here and show them what you got. I know we have an hour, so like, you know, or 45 minutes at this point. But yeah, let's take it away.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much for having us. And Miriam, how you been?
Good. Thanks a lot, Doc. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, this is great.
Excited to see what you're gonna build.
Yeah.
I hope you don't struggle.
No, well, we'll see what happens. Remember what happened last time? I think I'll be okay this time, but it will be good. It will be good. So, I mean, honestly, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have a conversation with you. We're gonna kind of go through some things, and then, as always, I'm gonna time myself, see what I can do, and we'll go. Yeah, you let us know.
Cool. I'll see you guys on the other side. I'll let you know if you have any questions.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, cool.
All right. So Miriam, this is what I'm thinking about doing, right? So they've already heard about Softr from you. I'm here going to be building out a couple different things. And so to get things started, what I did was I made sure that I had an account with Softr. Then I had an Airtable account to make sure that was really important. So this could go to make sure that this goes smoothly. So I don't, go halfway through as I'm building and then need to sign up for Airtable. So I have this all set right here. Now, what I was thinking from hearing from you, I have a couple ideas of what I was thinking about building, but I wanted to hear what you thought of my ideas, if you think it was bad, or if you think I should build something out. Is that okay to run by?
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
That's
so this is
good.
what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. I am a huge fan of either doing a resource page. I love this no-code resource page. I think it has so many different applications. I like the dream jobs one as well, or the marketplace. Now, I'll tell you why. The marketplace, I keep hearing over and over again, especially on Twitter. So many people have ideas for what they want to do and they want to test it out. And they're not even sure if they should do something. They're not sure if they even have traction. So I always suggest that they should use an e-commerce marketplace or something like that with Softr because it's so easy. But I'm also hearing a lot of people, because of what's going on with COVID and trying to build communities, they're really making a lot of job boards and making sure that they're curating different jobs in their niche. Out of those couple different options, which one did you like? Which idea do you think was good?
I think all of your ideas are great. You can build all of that in Softr. You can even go ahead and even have more complex ones, but I don't know. Which way do you want to go?
Okay, so this is what I think what I want to do first is build out resources right here. I think I'm going to do that first. And again, everyone's going to see it on time-wise. You're going to see how fast you can build with this thing as well. So it's really going to be good. So we're going to have a bunch of things that we're going to be doing, if that sounds okay with you. And then afterwards, we're going to time it and see what happens. Is that okay? All
That's
right.
perfect on my end.
Okay. All right. Let's do this thing. Okay. So let's put the timer right here. Okay. Because we do this. We make sure that you realize that this is not edited or anything like that. We're doing this in real time. So let's start right here. Let's start building right here. So let's go with application. And for me personally, I don't like starting from scratch. I always like using a template. So what I'm going to do right here is first, I'm going to select. Now, right here, it's talking about getting the API and everything like this. Because I'm debating, this is the only part where I have to stop sharing my screen and all of these things for a second, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Because now I got to put in some information. But what I'm doing is I'm going into my account in Airtable. I'm going to the top, and if you look at it, what I just had, and I'll bring it back in a second, it's going to ask you to go to your account, and you need to grab your API key. Now, the reason you don't want to share this and have this on a live stream is you've got to keep that safe. So I trust a lot of you, but I don't know a lot of you. So it's important to know that you don't want to just let anyone see it. Then afterwards, we're going to connect it. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to share my application window. That looks great. That looks a lot better. Okay. So I'm sharing again. Coming in with use the template base right here. Okay. And then right here, I can now either copy the template base or I can select a base. I'm going to go with copy a template base because I feel like that allows me to have everything set up in the right way for me, and it's good to go. So I have that. Okay. So I copy it over, copy base. Okay. So I'm copying the base over. And then I'm going to put in my workspace. That looks good. Adding it to the workspace. Right there, it says new, no code resources, right? So it looks great. I think that's great. Let's see this. I'm going to go all the way down. Oh, wait a minute. This is alphabetical. It's okay. So I'm going to go no code resources right here. Table, no code. Let me make sure that it is the right one. Pretty sure that's the right base. We're good to go. We've got that. We're going to say finish. Once I have it finished right there, it's going to think about its life, and bam. Everything's connected right there. Let's go even just timer. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Excellent.
Awesome.
So
you did it very quickly.
No, it's all thanks to you. This is really good. So remember, everyone that's looking at this and they're like, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm ready to do this. Look at this. They take a deep breath. Softr makes it so easy to connect your Airtable. You just have to have everything set up, which I mean by making sure that you have your Airtable, everything already signed in. And when you find your API key, remember you go to account and then you're going to scroll down and it's blanked out right here, but you copy it and you bring it in. That's it. That's it. So right there, in less than 3 minutes, and it says 10 minutes on the front page of Softr, you see what you can accomplish right here and get started. And that is the same exact time that it would take to do any of the templates. You see how is that easy to decide on which one you want to do and then go from there. Just a quick note to keep in mind, when you're thinking about what you're going to do with these templates, think about this for a second. The reason I was talking to Miriam before we got started and we did all of this stuff, right? You want to make sure, because there are so many great templates right here. It's easy to get overwhelmed, or you start going down the rabbit hole of so many things that you could be doing. Decide on which one, what kind of project you want to work on. Have the idea ahead and don't get distracted because there are so many great templates right here. And then start executing your idea. Okay. So before I go on, Miriam, is there anything that I missed before I start editing and going from there?
No, I guess you're all good to go.
Okay, good times. So we're right here on Softr and all of these things. What I really like about it is, if we're going to go through this, and Miriam, you've already gone through a lot of this, so it's not, I don't want to be redundant, but for ones that maybe missed the last call or just coming in now, it's important to orient ourselves before we go into different places. On the left-hand side, remember we have our pages, our blocks. For me, this is a game changer. This allows me to now do a plug and play of what I want on the page easily. I have all of these options right here, the header, hero section. And what I love about this is it allows me to see what it would look like before I even add it. So now it allows me to have confidence how I'm going to be building out. Something coming from WordPress and a lot of builders, the pricing tier, or just having it look good where the pricing is, that's a huge thing. And you have all of those things right there for you if you want to add it. So that is, if remember, you see these huge plus signs, we can add a block and then it goes and queues what we can do on the left-hand side. We have data over here, and this is the relationship with the database and all of those things, and having this associated so we can see this. And then also we have settings on the other side right here. And now, of course, on the free plan, I saw people freaking out on Twitter all this week with the free plan, even having that domain option. That's huge. That basically puts all the other competition on blast right there, what they're going to do, because that is such a big portion right there. So we have a lot of different things that we can do. Also, to orient yourself, remember pages, you can switch over to the different pages and make sure you have everything here. So as we're going through it, we have different options on that page. Okay, great. All right, now that we're here, this is something I feel like very similar to a website. If I'm clicking on the section, now I have access to that section, or I know what's going on. Now, the sections that have to do with the list and the Airtable base, now we see the association right here, and we can have conditional information to control what's being seen here. But remember, when we're having this base, it's going to be associated with our base over here. As always, you know, I have way too many windows or tabs, so I got to rearrange some things. There we go. Now we have it right here. So we have these sections right here. This is good. I'm going to now close this. I have this over here. That looks great. That's mine. Let me do that. Look, we went through it. We're still at 7 minutes, and we're good. So right here, what I do is usually I like to edit what's already there because to me, this is already has a great flow to it already. If you're worried about design or worried about, hey, this is brand new for me, what should I do? I'm always looking at this as let the experts, they've spent time and hours and a lot of thought structuring the page. Now it's your time to, I would edit it. And then if there's a reason to add more, you can. But the structure to me, having a headline, a subheading, a call to action, all in behind, above the fold, so above when you're scrolling, these are great practices for conversion anyway. So they're already helping you. If you're like, I'm not sure if this is right, it's already there. Also, too, we see the proportions. You don't have to worry about and think about the dimensions. You know, I love Bubble, but you know, sometimes it's really hard to think about what do I need to do to reorient if I'm doing something for a web app versus mobile, web app versus desktop. Everything's right there with Softr to make it so much easier to progress. Before we go on, Mark is messaging. I'm looking forward to this doc, Miriam. Thank you for this session. Thank you so much, Mark. Watching this from Australia. Thank you so much for tuning in and everything like that. So as we go through this, I would just say this, Miriam, is there anything that you see a lot of times people add that they're doing the resources and something's missing or there's a very common block that they add every time? Anything out of the ordinary?
For the resources type of application, right?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
For resources types of application.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess one thing that people usually have is adding something new to the resources list, which goes back to Airtable, all of the data that fills out. So in this case, it's on a separate page. It's there already. I guess that's the main thing. Yeah.
So in this one right here, making sure as they're adding a different resource right here and making sure that you're having this down. This was a really, for a while, I was so focused on the front page, I totally forgot about the second pages. So yeah, the add resource section, this is crucial because now you can be having people add to that database, ones that are going to be adding resources. You could always have access for ones to make sure that instead of you doing all the hard work, your community, when they find great things, they can easily add things to the resource as well.
And by the way, you could also just add everything back to Airtable, but then you can control what gets showed up. So let's say if your community members have added something, but you don't want to necessarily show it on the homepage yet until you approve it, you could also create a view here, let's say approved view, and then you only show the approved view in Softr instead of the everything, and then you manually can approve on Airtable inside your database.
Oh, that's perfect. So then you have that quality control before it actually hits and everything. Okay. Exactly. That's really good. That's really good. And there was a portion real quick on the front page. There was something that I know I did before. Hold on a second. No, you know what? It was the other version. I was building out like a product hunt style in the upvotes. I messed up because the upvote, I didn't realize I need to have a starter number. And but anyway, that's besides the point. But this one is a lot easier having this right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to riff on this. I'm going to add a couple things here, and then we're going to go and use another template as well. Also, too, there was a suggestion or someone, we had an idea float by, and someone asked, could we add Typeform to Softr? Have you seen that, Miriam? Have you seen anyone do that yet?
Yeah, a lot. Not only Typeform, but you can embed anything like Calendly, Typeform, Google Maps, or anything that is embeddable. Basically, anything that gives you an embed code, and you can put it inside Softr. There is a custom code block you can use and do that.
Cool. Okay, let's try it. So what we're going to do is real quick, let me change this a little bit just so it's not, then they're like, wait a minute, you just took this template, which I did. But let's change it. What should this resource be about? I'll say this resource is about, I'm looking down, I just got a brand new energy drink, but it's supposed to be healthier. So I'm going to do a resource guide about what energy drinks I should get. So I'm going to say right here, what do you want to build without code? I'll say rescore. What energy drink is healthiest? Something like that. Am I spelling that right? Says it's right. We'll see if that's true. Okay, so energy drink is the healthiest. I'm going to say find the right caffeine choice for your life. Exclamation point. I'm going to say blah, blah, blah. Going to cut that out. What else? Ask for support and hire expert. Anything start. Okay, I'm going to just say ask us. No, I'll just say rate. Add your favorite beverage to our resource channel. No, I'll just say add your favorite beverage here. Something like that. The reason I want that is I want to encourage them with the button with call to action. I think I want the call to action to be them going to the resource and adding the energy drink. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to say right here, add your favorite drink. Something like that. Now, right here where it's saying action, it's saying scroll to section. So right now it's dropping down, but I can change this. And I love this because now it's easy for me to understand open which page. I can say add resource. So now it changes. So now when they click that button, which one is resource? Okay, now we have add resource right there. So now as we're going through this, think about as you're building this, this happened to me. Sometimes I get so excited about editing everything, I forget what I want to happen. So as you're going through each section, what I would do is make sure you understand the pathing, what you want to happen, and it flows so you have everything done instead of going through, editing all the words, forgetting to change the buttons and everything. View it as a section at a time to make sure that you're having everything updated the right way for you. The next section is when I'm having updates, I can just say updates on, I'm going to say energy drinks. I'm sticking with that theme. I know my wife's like, you got to stop drinking these. And that's why I'm switching to a more healthy one. All right, everyone. And by the way, if anyone watched the stream for years, I was trying to get my Red Bull sponsor. That is still a dream. So, if anyone has any reps for Red Bull, please contact me. I've been repping you for years for free. So as we're going through here, now we understand, okay. Oh, and by the way, updates on energy drinks in your inbox. The reason it's important that we're telling them what they're going to get in their inbox, it's different than just say, sign up for my newsletter. Because how many people really want to be on your newsletter without understanding what they're going to be getting for it? So when you're promising that commitment, what they're getting in their inbox, remember, follow through, give them exactly what they signed up for, and make sure that it's enticing. Give it an offer why they should be on that or sign up for you, right? Either if no one wants your updates, maybe they would like a coupon or you're offering a discount or they're signing up because it's going to be a discount for a certain thing. Just keeping that in mind. Okay. So we have that, your email. Now, what I really like about this, and this is one of the things, oh my goodness, it makes it so much easy. It says subscribe and then forward to your email. It makes it so easy right here. So I can either have it all go there. I can send it to Zapier. I can do that. I can go to Integromat, forward to your email, MailerLite. Do you need anything else right here? This is so helpful for you to easily decide what works for you and what isn't connected to Zapier. You have so many other CRMs. If you don't see it listed here, it's easily attainable for that. Okay, so we have subscribe. Again, we can change the button. I would say, yeah, get started, something like that. There. Okay, so we have the basics right here just to show how to edit and go through here. Let's look at our timer. We're at 17 minutes. 17 minutes, and you've already got all this stuff done. And by the way, you can always build with us right now. If you have questions, let us know in the chat. Miriam, how are you feeling with this so far?
Great. I think you're doing a great job.
Okay, good times. And by the way, the only reason I'm good at this is because Miriam showed me how to do this. So we went through this, and all of the Softr walkthroughs are really good. So in the resources to understand what you need to be doing, make sure that you check out those and make sure that, again, you're working with purpose and all of those things. Oh yeah. DSBTK, I'll reach out with you to you on LinkedIn. Thanks. It's great hearing from you. Thanks so much for being here. It's good times. So we have all this stuff right here. All this stuff right here. We've got that. We've got the basic blocks, all of those things. Let's add some typeform stuff real quick. Maybe if I'm thinking about, I already have, they can add a resource. And by the way, yes, I know the colors, we haven't changed it, all those things. We got time to do that. We got time to do it. But let's say, for instance, I want to add a resource or add an energy drink. I have them updating to get more energy drinks now. And the next thing that I want is maybe a quiz for them or some kind of advanced assessment if I'm trying to learn more about them. And that's why I'm bringing in Typeform. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to go over to Typeform and I'm going to make a quick survey and then bring it in. Now, if you're new to Typeform, what you can do is first, you can sign up for free and get an account. Once you sign up for Typeform, then it's going to give you some details. It's going to say, who are you? How can we help you? All those things. It's okay. You let them know who you are, all these things, and it's going to help them better understand you so you can get better things, right? So once you get the resources and all those things, you're going to be taken to a template gallery, and then you can go from there. Okay, in the template gallery, what are we going to do here? Let's go with customer feedback from template. But you know what? Self-evaluation from template. Well, all right, let's go with the first one. Let's take a look. But also what we see right here is, okay, 11 questions, not bad. Give feedback. I can kind of go through, see what I want. Okay, design. Do we like this? Okay, simple enough. Okay. Miriam, should I go with this one? What are you thinking? This all right?
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute.
Oh, no.
Looks good.
Okay, all right. Are you sure or do you think this one, should I go more minimalist like this?
I think both look good with your website.
Yeah. You know what? And I had orange already too. All right, I'll go with it. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to take this, right? So it's 11 questions, use this template. I'm going to click this button. Right here, I'm going to just say energy drink assessment. And then for me, I always forget what's getting connected. So I put just in brackets right there, it's Softr. So I understand, where did I put that thing? Like where it's right there. So just keeping that in mind. Creating, what are you creating? I'm just going to say research survey. That's fine. Continue. Okay, so we're right here. Now, as we're going through this, remember, we are now going to go through the process of what's happening, right? So as we're going through these layers, it's the questions going on, starting from the beginning all the way into the end of the assessment. So this is, I think yesterday, Nicholas was talking about like it's a conversation. So this is a conversation that you're having with your users. So we're going to say, thanks for shopping. I'm going to change this out. Thanks for, I'm going to say, thanks for supporting the energy drink resource guide. Something like that. I could make it a lot better, but I need to think about that. Okay, so we have that right here. We'd love to know a bit more about your experience. I would say we'd love to know a bit more about why you love energy drinks. Okay, so we have this. Now, as you're going through this, we can now edit one step at a time, what they're going to be experiencing. And if we need to change something, remember, we can easily click, change it out, do all of those things. Let's go through one. We have this right here. And as we go through it, we can say description, recall information, image or video. And then we have the button, continue. We can change the button. We can change any of the things that we want right here. We can add a description if we want and go from there. Now, remember, description can be optional. I'm going to just turn it off. I'm going to go through this. Let me make sure my timer is okay. 22 minutes. Let's try to knock this out within 3 minutes, this section. So how would you rate? I'm going to say, how would you rate your, energy, energy throughout the day? Without. I'll just say without. Yeah, throughout the day. I'll say can barely stay awake. Okay. I'm on a, let's make this a little stronger. I'm on a natural high. You guys just doing too much right there. Say depends on the day. And I can say right here, I feel great. As long as I have three, now that's a little ridiculous. As long as I have a energy drink midday, something like that, right? So depending on what's going on with your audience, you can now rank it and decide something like that. Remember too, when you're having conversations or as you're building this out, it's important that you think back on a conversation or an assessment that you actually enjoy doing and think about how you want to speak in your survey. If it's dry and it's just not fun to do, most likely people won't continue to do your survey. So again, it depends on your brand and your voice and everything. I'm not saying you have to make it silly, or if it's, if it's corporate and someone's saying, hey, wait a minute, buddy, I can't do that. But think about it. What makes you want to finish a survey? Then do the same thing as you're building out your own survey. Let me know if that makes sense in the chat or if you have any questions about that. The other thing is to keep in mind, as you're going through a survey, think about how many questions you're doing, because if you have 38 questions, how many people are going to finish that? So think about how many you want. And I'm sure Typeform has tons of articles talking about what you need to do, what you should do, and what you shouldn't do. But also think about for yourself too. Look at the data, how many people complete and how many people don't complete. All of those things. Okay. So we have those things. I'm going to just do 3 questions. Thanks for that. Could you tell us a bit about your, let's see, I'm going to say about your workday. I'm going to say a bit about your workday, because I'm going to either right here, I'm going to say like, what kind of job do you have? Or I would have something like that. And I could say right here, I'm going to say, how stressful is your workday? That's what I'm going to do. How stressful is your workday? Then here, I'm going to, thank you, Grammarly. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to say, how would you rate the delivery? I'm going to say, how would you rate your stress level daily? Your average. I'll say your average stress level, something like that. Stress level. Okay, we have that. Let's say, I'll say here, how much do you love your job? Let's see if we can now correlate, right? So we have stress here, that's there. And I'm going to change, could you tell us about your work, your average work day? Average Workday. The reason I'm going to do that, I changed it just because now we can do a couple other parts. And we'll say in condition product, I'll say how much do you love your job? How much do you get done in a day? Something like that, right? Now, again, you can add other options here to describe what 1 to 5 means. So keep that in mind too. Some people, when they're rating, they're like, hey, people don't understand the scale, something. It depends on your audience and what you want to know. Sometimes naturally they don't need to be cued what 1 and what 5 means, but keep that in mind with your audience and things like that. Okay, so we're having that. Let's now just delete some things real quick. But again, this is just an example. You can add which ones you want. And if you look at it right here too, we're not going to do it right now, but there's also logic jumping, which means if someone says one thing, now it's a transition of what's happening on that next thing, right? So just keep that in mind. You don't necessarily need it. And in fact, if you're just getting started, maybe it's nice for you to first go through a basic type form, get it completed, and then go back and create conditional logic based on what you see behavior patterns. Sometimes when people create logical conditions right off the bat, it's not, sometimes you overthink it or you don't know which logical development should go. So it depends on if you've already have something done, or keep those things in mind. So finally, we would like to give you 15% off of your next energy drink order from us. Yeah. Finally, would you like, okay, drop us an email and you'll send you a coupon, something like that. And now they have an incentive why they need to give you their email address. Excuse me. Okay, so we have this. Miriam, anything before I hit publish and go? What do you think?
I think looks perfect.
Right,
and
sorry.
I'm sure you're gonna be really finishing really quickly, including Typeform and Airtable, all of them together, right?
Yep. I think so. I think we're doing good. Okay, good. What? We're at 30 minutes. Okay. And we'll show you just, again, more things or going on from there. But okay, so we have the Typeform link. Let's see, mail. Do we have a QR code, standard? Embed. Here we go. Standard. Probably maybe a standard because then it would hit in the block. Maybe. Let's see. Get code right here. Okay. Let's see. So we got this get code, blah, 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 over here. Let's add. You know what I'm going to do? I want them to first get an option of signing up for the inbox. I want the ones that now want more, or I want the ones that are more devoted to now take the assessment. And I feel if they've already are scrolling through the page more than 50%, 75%, I think they're going to be more apt to want to take an assessment versus if I ask them up here, I think maybe I'll have they might click away because it's too much work. I think this is instant. It's a lot easier. I think I'm going to add it down here.
Doc, maybe something to add there. Right now you're adding the Typeform on the same page, but what we are working on as well is going to change soon, so that actually on each button you can have a workflow instead of just one action, because right now it's just one action, right? You can send an email, you can do whatever other actions, but in the future you're also going to be able to do several actions. So you could actually say, you subscribe first, and then the second action is going to be opening a separate page with the Typeform, if that makes sense.
So what do you think I should do right now? First, just add it?
Right now it's just going to be there's just one action, right? So right now I think it makes sense to add on the same page. Exactly. Or you could also say, I just click on the button below, let's say want to add, I don't know, or complete a survey or something, and then it could also redirect to another page with the Typeform embedded.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll embed right now, but when is that feature coming in? I didn't know about this. When is this happening?
It's planned for next quarter.
Oh, good times. Okay. I can't wait for that. Okay. So we have this right here. I opened it up. Okay, so we have this over here on the type. Get code, copy code, Copy code right here. Okay, we have this right here. This looks good. Okay. Did I press something wrong? Hold on a second.
No, I guess that's a bit confusing, but this was the embed code. This is basically the embed code. If you click on that, exactly, that is for embedding, but the one that you were doing was just inside the editor.
Okay, so what should I do? Let's see about this. Let's see what I did wrong. Okay.
Actually, I think you're in the right place. No, you're in the right place. You should go back, and it just changed. For some reason, it just changed the background. Yeah, it just kind of minimizes it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're still good. This
exactly.
and then when I publish, it's going to show up when
exactly.
I go over there.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Okay. Publish.
It should also show up, by the way, on the preview.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'm so bad at when I do that. I'm just like, let me just go over there. I never do preview. And right there in preview, looks beautiful. It's already in line. We're good to go. Excellent. So right here, we're having different options. Let's see the timer, 33. Let's take a picture of that bad boy. Okay. So 33 minutes and 34 seconds building out with the Softr site, adding Typeform, and already having everything set up right there. It's definitely possible, whatever you would like to do with your business, to be able to move so rapidly using these tools. Okay. So there's, I want to make sure if anyone in the comment section have questions, let us know. I'm going to be adding some other things. I'm thinking about something, but let me make sure, Mark, if you have any questions. And by the way, Mark, let me know if any of you have any questions regarding some of these different tools. I know you're working on a lot of different things, working with local businesses, so let us know. But keep in mind, there are so many different things that you can be doing. Okay, so this is the basics right here. Now, what I would do is, after I have the mechanics of what I want for a site, then what I'm usually doing is I view it almost like anatomy. You have your bones, your muscles, then skin. So there's different layers. When I'm trying to build out and make sure that it's working, the bones of my site are the functionality and like the main movers, right? So I know my main bones are going to be Softr, Airtable, and Typeform. Okay, I got this. What do I want to happen? Then I go the muscle route, is like the actions. I want things to happen. I want things to automate and things like that. So now I'm making sure, okay, when I'm clicking certain buttons, are they going to do what I'm asking to do? Okay, so that's my next layer. I'm doing automation or actions. And then the last level, I'm going to go with cosmetics. Cosmetics, I'm changing what it looks like, the fonts, the colors, all of those things. Mark says, not yet. I've never seen this in action. This is great. This is the first time you're watching this. This is great, Mark. So again, there's different layers, so that way you don't feel overwhelmed when you're going through all of this. And again, just like we were starting at the top of the page and then going down, that's how I would approach as I'm adding things, as I'm building out on this site. There are a few things I would mention as well. And this was something as we were building with clients as well. I find that one of the things that trips up a lot of people, it's the logo. Sometimes they overthink the logo and they're like, oh man, I need a new logo to start this. It's okay. If you don't have a logo, do that last or go on Canva, make something quickly. One thing I have with this, Miriam, that I was thinking, is there an optimal ratio or optimal size I should be using for the logo here or anything like that?
Well, not really. Depends on the logo size, but you can anytime change the size. If you go to click on the styles icon, you can configure that. I mean, it depends on what size of a header you want to have as well.
That's good times. Excellent. So, and again, and if you're wondering, like, you know what, Doc, that's easier said than done. What am I going to do? Well, just use Canva or something like that. And Canva is great. Like you can get a lot done with this. Okay, so think about what you're going to be doing, making it easy for you. And then from there, you're going to go from the links from the top end. Do you want, when they're clicking, what do you want to happen with the relationship and the actions as we're going through? And then when we're going down, again, we're making sure our story, our actions are being done correctly. Now, a few things to keep in mind. Buttons, which I really like about this with Softr. I love how easy, I don't have to go find it on another panel. If anyone knows, if you've spent years with WordPress, sometimes thinking about where things are or you needing to change different styles in different sections, I love that the buttons are right here. And now I have the styles and I can do things really, really quickly here. This just makes my workflow so much more easy right here. Now, right here, show user profile. Now, this has to do with when the person is signed in or out. Is that correct, Miriam?
Exactly. As you can see, once you enable, on top, the profile icon appears, which basically you can add as many links as you like, again, below, or a sign out link, but this is all related to the logged in user interface, unless you want to have a profile icon on the first page.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah. Very good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then always show the header on top. Okay. There we have that one. And that's probably going to be what? That's going to just be so you're pinning it at the top probably. Always show the header on the top of the screen. So when they scroll through, when I go to preview, I bet it will be there. Correct? I think. Let's take a look. Am I thinking? Yeah. So you see it right here. It's just going to be there. Depends on the style if you want to do that. And especially if you're constantly wanting the call to action, especially I would see if my header, if I have something in the header section that I want to be called, like the call to action as I'm going through the whole thing, and maybe just having them always associate, I can always do things like that as well. Okay. So this is the breakdown of this one. I'll let you decide, Miriam. Do you think I should do more editing on this one or do another template and go through another one and talk about and just show that this isn't a fluke? I can do it again and just use another template. What do you think?
I would suggest maybe changing some backgrounds and also seeing what other images, like how you can upload an image, etc. Because I think that's also really handy.
Cool. I will. All right. So if I'm here, background, I'm going to change this bad boy. Let's see. Energy drink. All right. Let's see about this. Unsplash.
You know, you don't have to do that, right? So we do already provide an integration inside Softr. So if you go back, we do integrate with Pexel's collection. So click on change. So there is the pick from library. We do offer already preloaded illustrations and also stock photos. So you can just simply search here instead of in another tab.
Look at this. Saves me time, energy. I was going to spend all that stuff right there. Knocked it out. Thank you so much. So what do I want from here? Maybe I should say soda instead, even though it's an energy drink. Let's see about this. Should I do? That might be better. I like this one right here. Maybe. Might be a little bit too intense. But let's take a look. It's not speaking to me. Maybe. But it is pretty, I mean, it makes sense too. I like that one though. I think it's more simplistic. Miriam, I'm trying to read your body language. Should I not go with that one? Should I go with this one? I think
I'm just laughing, smiling, just because I know you like. I'm also spending more time on choosing a picture rather than building the entire app.
And this is and this is why I always say at the end, don't do this until you're on the cosmetic layer, because this is really. I do spend a lot of time doing this. For the most part, yeah, you don't need all this time, but it's true. But then the words. Okay. I'm gonna do it one more time, and I'll stop. Let me do this one more time. So true. No, I shouldn't even do this. This makes me. I'm thinking about now. I don't like that either. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're right here. The question I have too, Mary, is there a way? Can I do a filter on top and change the gradients to this in here? No.
Do you mean the gradients of the image?
Yeah. So can I make it a filter, like make it darker, make it lighter, do any of those things?
Not at the moment, but that's a good that's a good question. That is something so easy we could add. simply.
Okay.
I mean, you could of course use Canva and make that picture and then upload it here, but definitely something we could also add really quickly.
Yeah, that I would love that, because right there, if there was a toggle or something where I can change it and just change that would be awesome. Because I was working on something else, and like that's all I did. I kept going back and forth and changing it in Canva, and then coming back, and I'm like, I got to make that darker. I got to make it lighter. If there was something right here, just going back and forth. And by the way, as you're watching this is why I love the Softr team, because they listen to feedback and then they're like, yeah, we can do that. So this is just another benefit. So we have this right here. Okay. I think this fits. Okay. We'll do okay. Okay. I'll stop with the pictures. Let's go on the other side. Let's go over there to the add resource section. Now the add resource section over here, again, will be adding your collection. So let's change it over here again. I'm going to change my assets. I'm going to go over. Now I have all of this here. Does it pick up on the image that I just did? Or I'll just search it. Not a big deal. I'm going to do soda again. I think I'm going to just do the same image, probably, just to keep it continual like that. I'm going to say add new energy drink. Something like that. Fill out form to add a new energy drink. I really don't like doing things over. So if there's already a prompt for me to do it, I will change language later. That you think the world should know. We'll review it and add your entry as soon as possible. Okay, good times. So they have that. Name of resource. Now, this is my question. I think I know the answer, but for this one, Miriam, what I would probably do is make sure if I change one, I have to associate and make sure both are the same.
Exactly. They are case sensitive, so you just need to make sure that they are exactly the same, but not the label, but the tag. So the tag is what gets matched to Airtable field.
So the name here. So this is a crucial thing, everybody. I messed this up. If you change this, you see right here, name, description, category, same exact thing. So name, I'm going to go over here. Name is pretty good right here. I'm okay. Tag's fine. I might say name of energy drink. And because I have name of energy drink, that's fine, but my tag has to say the same. Okay, so I have that right there. Tag, label. Okay, image. Let's see about image. Image, add an image. I think that's fine. Image, I think that's good to go. Okay, description of resource. I'm going to leave that because it says description, right? Description, that's great. I'm going to say description of energy drink. Great. Of those things right here. Link to resource. I'm going to say link to energy drink. I'm a simple man. I listen, I just changed a few words. I'll let the professionals do the rest. Okay. We have that right here. We have category. Okay. Select category. Now, my question is, as I'm doing a drop down, I have categories here. Say, for instance, I want to change the type of categories that are native to the Airtable right here. What would be the best option to do that in, or how to do that?
Do you mean if you want to change from Airtable, or you want to also send the category as a form field?
I'm thinking because it already says podcast interviews like that. I want to change the options. Maybe I'll say energy drink for sports, energy drink for this. How would I change the category? And
well, that is something you have to change on Airtable, right? Just double click on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, below you see all of the options, and then you can just edit, scroll down and find that one.
And then you can add right there, or I can delete all of the ones that are right there.
You can just add new ones.
Yep. So I'm just going to say, for this one, I'm just going to say energy drink. For sports. Okay. So we have that. Enter. Boom. We have it. And you can add more. After you're done, what must we do? Make sure that you save what you just did. Okay. So now we have the association right here. This is matching up. Now also too, When we have it, we make sure that we have the submit button right there. Submit right there. Action, send to Airtable so it talks to each other. There we go. And then again, we have it right here, the Airtable. It's already connected to the right Airtable. And we know this because we already looked at all of the association that has. So now everything is connected.
Maybe just a note before you move on.
Yes, no problem.
Do you want the energy drink, the one that you added, just added to show up in your drop down here?
You know what? Drop down.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have this type, one of the fields on Softr side, one of your fields, the one that you're exactly on top on the field. So that is a drop down, right? In the form on the left side. You see it as a drop down. So basically, if you want to to have it as drop down and still show the energy as an option to select from, then you have to add that as well in options. You just added it in Airtable, but you have to also add it here in the options list in order for that to be visible.
And then I have it. I just do the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, the reason you have to type it manually is due to some limitations on the Airtable API side, which is something we hope that will get resolved over time. They have been part of these sessions as well, so definitely something we were exploring with them to help provide a better API.
Nice.
So that it's easier for the users, kind of end users.
That's really good. Thank you for letting me know that. Now I wonder because. No, and that's it. So I have that. That's signed up. Do you think so let me ask you this. Is there a problem if I have less on the Softr side than the Airtable options or vice versa? Is there ever an issue? Is there if I don't add it, is something gonna break or do something wrong?
No,
in
it's not gonna break.
Versa?
It's just not gonna be visible in your drop down options and people are not gonna be able to select it.
Got it. For this experiment, would you mind if I just keep it just energy drink so they can only see one tab?
Yeah, I think you can do that.
Hopefully I'm not making your life difficult. Look at this. I'm just doing way too much. Hold on. Look, now I got random. I got my last pass trying to show up. Look, I have too many hotkeys. Calm down. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's on my end because I have all of these other extensions right here as I'm trying to do things in boxes. Have that. Let's see.
Did you add exactly the same?
That's what I was thinking.
Same name.
Listen.
I think you had something else.
You already know that I have a problem. Energy drink for sports. Listen. User error. Make sure I have the exact. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That looks good. Do I need to do a colon or anything like that? Just keep it fresh just like that, right?
Exactly. I think that's fine.
Let's take a look. Let's see what happens. Can I just preview this bad boy? Let's see what happens. Bam. Okay, cool. Works. I didn't break anything. There we go. Okay. So we have this. Let's publish this over here. All right. We go over here. Let's take a look. Got this right here. Okay. What energy drink is the healthiest? Oh, did I not? I guess I did say that too. I was like, really? Did I say the healthiest? But no, we're going to say add favorite drink. Let's see, right? As you can tell, my wife's computer. So everything's auto-populating. They're like, why does it say Sabrina? Listen, I'm on my wife's computer. Let's see about this. Description of energy drink. I'm going to say, oh, look at this. I'm so used to filling out forms. I'm filling it out like they want my name. I'm going to say this, the best energy drink in the world. Let's see about this. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see, energy drink for sports. Submit it. Let's see. So I have to add. Let's see what. I'm just uploading.
Well, the reason is I'm guessing you have set by default that these fields are required, but maybe there's something else. You can check.
Let's see about this. Did I do as defaults? Do I do... Where would I check that all fields need to be done all the time?
If you open the field...
Say it again, I'm sorry.
If you open the field...
Just one at a time?
And yeah, but just click on expand. Exactly. On the left side. Just on the yeah, exactly. So do you see these 3 dots? That's where you could define if it's required or not. Just click on it and then it should show up. Yep. Yeah, I think all the fields are set to be required.
No worries. Okay, so that's good too. Thank you. I can add things though. Let me just add some. All right, I'll turn some off. Okay, so this one's on, required off. Okay, so each one like that, making sure. Okay, so I can have required on or off, toggle on and off. So I need to make sure toggle off. Okay, no big deal. Okay, so it needs to be off like that. Blue is on. Required, I'll make it for that one, required. Okay, let's change that out real quick. We've got that right there. See about that. Let's see. And of course, right here, if I'm looking at this, I would say change the wording, add energy drink instead of add resource right there. I'm going to say Red Bull. I'm going to, again, just use an image. Best energy drink in the world. Say link. Okay, do that. Let's see. I'm going to say maybe I need that link still, or maybe is it thinking?
I like your approach. I think what I'm guessing it might the issue might be is that you might not have the correct link for the Airtable. Let's just check if it's the one that your Airtable has. Or, I mean, it should populate that, but exactly that one.
Let's see about this. Okay, so then I go to, let's see.
You just have to check this app something. Yeah, I mean, or just copy a new link and.
Should I go into the help and go into API and just grab it from there? Yeah, you're saying
exactly the same link. Yeah, I mean we're gonna change this as well, so it just shows you a drop down so you can select.
Where is that thing? No.
List records.
And then this
on
one?
The right hand side, yeah, exactly.
Yep. Curl.
I think you shouldn't copy the yeah. You shouldn't copy the last icon, the last item. Yeah.
What did I have? I took the little quote at the bottom. Yep. That looks better. Let's see about that.
Let's try that.
Okay, we have that. Publish that bad boy. Go here. All right. Let's go back out. Add right here. All this free publicity for Red Bull.
I think all of these fields you put them as non-required, so you don't have to upload even.
Okay.
We can just try to see if it works without.
Okay, let's see about that. Green.
Yep, it worked.
Good times. Okay, so go back if I'm seeing that. And for the ones that are watching and you're saying, wait a minute, what just happened? Where are you? Okay, so if you're going here, you have help down here, documentation. From documentation, then it's going to give you more information for your APIs. From there, so I went into no code table, list records, and where it says curl, what is that? C curl or you just say curl? I don't know how to C curl. Right here, you're copying. So you see where it says HTTPS. I'm grabbing that in the quotes. I'm bringing it back over, and where it says button, I'm just adding it right there.
I think you don't have to worry about that too much, just because we are now changing it. It's just kind of slipped through once we changed the entire setup of Airtable. So we're actually changing that so you don't have to copy the URL, the API key. And I think you also found the bug. So once you copy the template, we actually, the URL should have changed. I guess that's, I'll check on our end if that is something.
No worries.
That wasn't there.
Not a problem. So I'm going to go here. Okay. And everything right there connected. Good to go. All right. So let's see. Time check. We did all this. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I didn't add it but you know the time. Okay. First of all, you already see it. So we've been live a minute. Let's see. An hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of commercials. Roughly. That was like 55 minutes. Okay. 55 minutes. We're going to go around that. I should have pressed it. Now I had to go watch it and get the official time. But if the audience can forgive me and everyone else, we did it in under an hour. Okay, good times. All right. So real quick, Miriam, how do you feel about this? Audience, how do you feel about this? How do you think we did? What do you think, Miriam?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the funny thing is that what we try to achieve is the building part is really so easy that most of the time you spend on content and really the design to customize to your needs. But we want to take the building part out of the question.
And it really is. It's really easy. And so I think it was great. We're able to, and first of all, you saw today that not only did you get to work on Softr very quickly, but now we added integrated Typeform as well with that. Just like that. That's done. And then also you saw that as you were editing different things, you had all of those different options. It was excellent. And it was a really smooth experience. For me personally, I remember when I used to use different builders, first of all, learning how to use other no-code tools or even using website to like, say, for instance, WordPress or things like that. It felt like insurmountable. It was so many things. But the design of Softr, it is so easy to decide what you want to do. And then also the options of customizing and changing the spaces without moving and all those things. It was good times. It felt good.
By the way, stay tuned. A new redesign is coming soon, which is going to make it much simpler. So yeah, once we have that, I hope it makes it 10x more simpler to build.
Oh my goodness, I can't, man. I just got to think about the idea, and then it's going to be done. That's great. No, this is really good, and thank you so much for your time. If anyone again wants to know more information, Miriam's awesome, Softr's awesome, and you know that I'm not just saying this. This is a great experience. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this. It
was great, and it was great. Really quickly, you built something really functional, right? End-to-end full stack application. So it was amazing, and thanks for your build as well.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, I learned a lot just that quick from just watching you guys build this out. Like, I'm gonna go start playing around with it myself. So yeah, this is exciting. We'll have to talk some more, Doc. You get to school me a little bit more on this as well. And Miriam, you know, I'll be reaching out to you as well. So yeah, definitely.
For sure. Yeah, happy to answer any questions, and anyone from the audience, if there are any questions or if you come up with specific improvements, just chat with us, send us a message. We're happy to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys so much for joining. Just everyone keep in mind, set up your startupstarter.co/join. Go there, set up your free profile, get 30% off of your Softr plans for the first 6 months. That's huge because you can save quite a bit. As well as you have some perks and promotions in there for not only Softr, but you have it also there for Airtable and Typeform. So some cool stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining. Everyone, look forward till tomorrow for Miriam. She will be actually telling her story of how she even came about starting Softr and her background and everything like that. So tune in for her life story tomorrow with Products by Women, one of our partners as well. So this is exciting stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Laura.
You guys have a great one. Everyone, check your event calendar. We have more for you this week, and we'll end it with a really cool panel with some great venture firms and some other additional fundraising options. See you guys soon.
The .xyz community is made up of celebrated artists and creative outlets, acclaimed entertainers and designers, award-winning professionals and industry leaders, game-changing communities and organizations, and forward-thinking business. The .xyz community is made up of celebrated artists and creative outlets, acclaimed entertainers and designers, award-winning professionals and industry leaders, game-changing communities and organizations, and forward-thinking businesses discovering tomorrow's next big breakthroughs. The word is out, and the world is spoken. .xyz is the domain for the next generation. Build a winning online presence with a domain that knows no bounds. Join the revolution. Get your .xyz today.